Hello, good morning, and welcome to Here Today.
Where tomorrow.
And today is another moving day.
Travel.
Today is actually the last day that we're spending in New York.
Technically, we're going to be crossing the border very shortly. We have been here for the past 5 whole weeks, which we can't believe it's already time to head into Vermont.
That's right. So we spent so much time here because we really wanted to invest time in family, and we made a lot of new friends along the way. So if you've just recently joined us, we really appreciate you following our journey, and we're so glad to have met you here in the state of New York.
All right, let's hit the road.
So we made it here to our campground in Vermont.
So we are in Able Mountain Campground, and unfortunately it's still 82 degrees.
Yeah, I was really hoping for some, just a breeze of cool air, and it is just both AC on kind of day.
But we did get set up. We lucked out. We thought we had a back in sight, but we were actually able to pull through. I don't know if we were officially supposed to do that, but it worked out.
I think it's kind of a one-off where the lady was like, you could pull around and then back in, but if you come from this direction, you could pull through. And I was like, so which one do you want me to do? And she was like, it doesn't matter. It's up to you. Whatever you feel. I was like, okay, great. So we had a nice time. We're all unpacked. Katie made lunch, and now we're just getting ready to hang out.
The next day.
Hello, good morning, and welcome back to Here Today.
Where tomorrow.
And today is going to be our day in Vermont.
Our friend Andi lives up here and was kind enough to plan a really fun day for us, and she's a local, so you know that what she's planned is going to be amazing.
That's right. So I think we're going to start with breakfast, and then maybe goats and cider and apple orchards galore. Who knows?
We'll see what we get into, but we're bringing you along.
That's right. So we just ate at the Guilty Plate, which was a delicious breakfast, brunch, lunch, diner. Super good. And now we're at a place called Sam Mazza's. It's a greenhouse, farm stand, bakery, etc. So supposedly they have goats that you can feed. So we're gonna go feed some goats. All right, so we just left Sam Mazza's. I was looking at the sign to make sure I said it right.
Very dramatic entry.
Which, hello. Welcome back, y'all.
Stop it.
Yeah, so we just left Sam Mazza's. which you saw Madison had a great time feeding the goats.
So Andy, our dear friend, has been sending us maple syrup from Vermont for many, many years, and now we have an addiction, and it was very sweet because we had different varieties, golden, amber, and one other one that I don't remember. Dark. And I was like, well, maybe the golden, and Andy swiftly reminded me that amber is what our family is addicted to. So we're filling the void, the need. And thank you, Andy. Delicious. For our next stop, we are at the Vermont Teddy Bear Factory, and oh my gosh, this place is amazing.
So what started as a father simply wanting to create a teddy bear for his son, called Bearcho, quickly grew and grew over the last 30 years into the operation that you see before you. With over 170 employees over the last 30 years, they have made millions of teddy bears in all shapes and all sizes. One thing that's really interesting about these teddy bears is that they're fully articulating. The arms, the legs, and the head are fully articulated. And they're stuffed with 100% recycled bottles, which is pretty neat. Madison loved pushing that button. She would not stop. But as you see here, there are different colored eyes, different colors of bears, different sizes, different types of fur. There are special edition hand-sewn ones, like these here, for Halloween. Those are $600 a piece. Now, I'll tell you, these bears are for every occasion. Babies, weddings, birthdays, funerals, whatever it is, they are for any occasion. So this is the Vermont Teddy Bear Hospital. If anything happens, a dog bite, you lose it in a wood chipper, as long as you have that blue tag, it has a lifetime guarantee on it, and they will repair or replace your Vermont teddy bear for life. So it's a really, really cool company, and we really enjoyed supporting them.
2 quarters.
Right.
Okay, ready to crank?
You gotta crank it.
Crank it.
You gotta do it.
Go ahead, crank it.
Yeah, keep going, keep going, keep going. There we go, keep cranking it, keep cranking it.
There it is.
Oh my gosh. It's the ballerina. The ballerina.
Oh, open your hand. Just like you're feeding goats, keep it open.
All right, so we just toured the Vermont Teddy Bear Company, which is where Andy used to work through college. So pretty cool stuff. You got a little teddy bear, one of the donation teddy bears. So we bought a teddy bear, and then they donate one to first responders to give to kids that are dealing with trauma, like a fire or maybe a car accident or something where the kid is scared. Then a first responder will hand it out to one of the kids. So very cool. So we're here at Felino's Pizzeria. It's also a brewery, so they have a beer place next door and a winery across the street. So we're grabbing a couple of slices of za, and I think we're gonna do some beers and just have a merry old time. Wood-fired pizza, I can smell it. So we just pulled into a place called Cold Hollow Cider. I could smell the apple cider donuts. Like, I could smell the apple cider donuts. Super excited. Try some ciders, get some donuts. It is time. This is what we came here for.
So let's go check it out. So we're at Cold Hollow. This is their cider room. Got a little bit of a tasting tank here. Like the freshest pressed apple juice with cinnamon, like that cider spice. Damn.
That is delicious. What do you think?
It's just good. It's a frosty cake.
I'm in. I love apple everything.
That's right.
House.
Is that a cider donut?
Cider donut.
So this is that apple cider in a freeze. Like a slushy. Yum.
Maple soft serve. And Andy was telling me a creamy has more milk fat in it, and so it's a higher density dairy. That's delicious. What do you think?
It's delicious.
It's delicious.
It's delicious.
It's delicious.
So something I was looking forward to stopping and seeing while we were in Vermont was Ben & Jerry's factory. One of the things that our friend Andy told us about was the graveyard that they have on site. Unfortunately, it was closed when we looked it up, and we were like, dang, not open on Sundays or Mondays, but it turns out the graveyard is still accessible. And it's completely open. Let's check it out. So this is a graveyard for all of the different flavors that did not make it. Rest in peace to the Vermonti python. And that fossil fuel. These are so cute because they actually give you what they were. So like the witch was chewy chocolate chunk cookies and vanilla and chocolate trip ice cream. The witch that was wicked good and all that well for quite a spell. However, it was the witch that was ditched because 2 years, 2004 to 2006. Oh, you can actually scan some QR codes as well to check out some of the deeper history. Oh my gosh. I could spend all day here looking through all of these different tombstones as to these graveyard flavors. The Tennessee Mud, 1988 to 89. Interesting. Has amaretto. Rob would have loved that. This is so cool. What an interesting place. So again, here we are in the graveyard at the Ben & Jerry's factory in Vermont. This place is super neat, especially because this is just outside, so you're able to access it even if the actual facility is closed to do a tour. And they also have some other fun stuff. Look at this. They have a whole bunch of fun stuff for kids. There's a whole playground, an area over here, as well as a solar farm. Super cool. Glad we could at least see the Ben & Jerry's Flavor Graveyard while we were in Vermont.
Fill the void.
We are heading back to our campground after a fun-filled day full of good food and good friends and fun. We had a ton of great times and great
How many things can you say?
fun
festivities.
friends. F is for friends that do stuff together. We're heading back to our campground after a really fun day with Andi in Vermont. And Andi, shout out to you. Thank you so much for all of the hospitality and showing us everything that Vermont has to offer. We had a great time and we are excited to see what's coming up next in New Hampshire.
So this is Whale Dance. It was made by a sculptor named Jim Sardonis in 2019. You see, he had built one here in the exact spot 30 years earlier called Reverence, but that one, made of black granite, was sold and moved to a park in South Burlington, Vermont as an anchor to a sculpture park. After Reverence was moved, the local town of Randolph really missed it, so much so that they put together a fund to have another one built. So in 2019, Jim built this one, bigger and out of bronze. Jim says it's a homage to the beauty of Vermont, and as you can tell by these mountains in the distance, he is not wrong. Anyways, thanks Vermont. Now on to New Hampshire.